Oh man, it's Friday, Junior. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's Friday, Junior. One more day till I get to work some more. Oh man. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, that chick. Yo, Monique, D-Rob training. Sister, you are on my mind.
I can't believe you never heard of me. I'm a very popular entertainer.
What's good, family? What is good? I hope everybody is doing well. Toronto Riggins in the building. How y'all doing? Man, listen. Today is probably the first day that I've ever been stuck or indecisive on how to do a show. And I only say that because I'm not stuck. But there are some topics that are very exciting, and there are some that are very, I won't say boring, but they're not super exciting. And when you're talking about habits, they're great in passing. They're great to sprinkle in. They're like the seasoning salt. But they should never be the main ingredient. Although, if you ain't got good seasoning, then what's the food? Why eat the food, right? How many times have we pushed the plate away because it was bland? So I've been struggling with this whole topic on habits just a little bit. And not and not because there's not plenty of information, but it's how do you spice just the habit thing up? So I've been going back and forth. And I think I have a concept. So it might be a little disjointed this morning, maybe not. But might be one of the greatest shows ever. Who knows? The thing is that we here, we're in the building, we doing it. I love all the energy. Oh, yesterday I forgot to shout out Sid Hen. Sid Hen came in late, and I missed the comment again at the very end. So my apologies, Sid Hen, if you back in the building this morning. If not, I hope to see you soon. Oh man, what's going on? Y'all active this morning. What is happening? She made it on time. Was she supposed to be late? What happened? Giving some stale bagels. Who doing that? No, we don't do that. Okay, let me get to the show, man. I'm gonna let y'all chat it up for a few minutes as I kind of go through this little bit of a monologue. I'm gonna talk about the week we started was dealing with the get off of that. Sorry. We talked about drifting. We talked about comfort, how comfort is a trap, and how it's like somebody commented yesterday talking about, it happens to them all the time when they take 2 steps forward, or they take a step forward and they get knocked back 2 steps. And it's by this being this repetitive cycle. And that's because we get comfortable. And when we get comfortable, we get relaxed, we chill. We don't have as much energy as we did for a thing because we do it for short-term goals. When the ideal solution is to not have a short-term goal. Well, you want let me rephrase that. You want short-term goals, but the short-term goal should be getting you to a bigger goal. The goal should never be a small goal in the sense of you can do it really easy and then it's over because you don't get a chance to form any good habits doing it. For example, the weight loss program that my wife and I went on to, and I hate to call it a weight loss program, but it really is. It's a program, it's a system to design specifically to change your habits. That's really all it is, to teach you how to eat right and how the body, and to show you how your body will respond if you do those two things. And so basically, the system was set up this way. I'm not going to show the before and after pic in this particular moment. However, I will say I lost 38 pounds from July 30th to September 9th. It's roughly 42 days. I'm going to give myself a bomb for that one. Hey, we got Black Skin in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I lost 38 pounds in about 42 days. How did I do that? Well, the first part of the program is that you do a thing called a loading phase, because your body gets set at a weight, and this is generally a weight that you know you are, and you'll drop 5 pounds, you'll gain 5 pounds, but you always end up about that same weight. That's called a set point. And so what this program did was the first 2 days, it wanted to shake up that set point. So what we had to do was we had to eat like 5,000 calories minimum. You could eat more, but minimum 5,000 calories for 2 straight days. I thought it was going to be the best weekend ever. Me and my wife and I, we had laid out all these restaurants and all these meals we were going to eat. We had a plan. We're going to get up early. We're going to catch Dunkin' Donuts first because they open at 5 a.m. Then we're going to leave Dunkin' Donuts. We're going to hit the Cracker Barrel. Then we're going to go some other fast food spot. Then we're going to grab pizza and ribs and fish and chicken. And we had this plan that we were going to do all these good things, eat all this great food. And by 3 o'clock, we were on the couch stuck. Miserable. And we still had somewhere around 2,000 calories to go, or 1,500 calories to go. Mentally, I wasn't ready for that because I thought eating 5,000 calories was easy. I thought I could go out and just eat how I normally ate, and it would just happen. But when the pressure is on and you have to do a thing and you really start understanding what it takes to accomplish the goal, most people kind of fall away. They flake out. They get a little, ooh. I have pictures that my wife would probably divorce me tomorrow if I showed of her sitting on the couch trying to put one more spoonful in her mouth. By the second day, I have my favorite pizza. And as fate would have it, they made it the best way they've ever made it. Every bite was delicious. But I would just hold it in my mouth, and because I didn't want to swallow anymore. Pause. I didn't want to swallow anymore because I was sick of eating. I didn't want any more food. And so then the next day, the actual losing phase begins. The losing phase begins. And so now we have to eat between this time frame. We chose between 11, 12 to like 7 or 8. 2 meals. 4 ounces of protein, 4 ounces of veggies, 4 ounces of fruit. And the fruit had to be berries or something like that. It couldn't be the tropical fruit, the super sweet pineapple or papayas or anything like that. It was mostly berries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, apples, the green apples, of course, oranges, things like that. And the first day on the program, I didn't think I would lose any weight. Matter of fact, I was still full from the previous 2 days of loading. But I lost a pound the next day. And so my mind, I'm like, well, I didn't eat all that freaking food. So my body probably just getting rid of stuff, you know. But by the end of the week, I lost 5 pounds. And every day I'm losing a half a pound to a pound every day. I'm not working out. Matter of fact, you encourage not to work out. By week 2, we kind of understanding how we need to eat, how we prepare our food, meal prepping, just to be successful on the program. By week 3, 21 days, it was kind of easy. It became normalized to us. By the end of the first month, 30 days, I am roughly 28 pounds down. 28 pounds. I ain't worked out. I ain't bust a sweat nowhere. I'm eating twice a day in the middle of my day. I'm going to bed early because I'm tired, because your body is also in somewhat of a calorie deficit, and you're intermittent fasting. So your body is burning fat. It is shedding a bunch of stuff, toxins, and I'm drinking a gallon of water a day as well. So we're flushing our system out. We're putting food in, we're flushing it back out. And my body starts to transform literally in 40 days. Because we changed our habits. Now, the doctor didn't come in and say, hey guys, we got these habits we want you to break. Because I would have never done it. I'd have been like, bro, please. One of my favorite speakers, Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher. He dropped a program called Habit Stacking a few years ago. Nobody wanted him to come talk about habit stacking. They wanted the rah. He released some core stuff free. Couldn't give it away. And so as I'm thinking about habits today and putting this thing about habits, I'm literally at this space where this is not sexy. We all know we need better habits. But how do you make that interesting? How do you make it interesting? And that's been my struggle. So I decided to do something a little different this morning. We're going to go down the journey, but we're going to talk about the dark side of it. What happens that make us change our habits? What has to happen in our life? Is it a breakup? Is it a job loss? Is it the death of a loved one? Is it the birth of a child? Is it a new relationship? You see, we talk about when we're setting goals, how important the why we want that goal is. Habits are exactly the same way. If we want to fully understand how to change our habits, if we want to fully be able to, on demand, change a habit to get a certain outcome, well, we got to understand what motivates us as humans. We got to understand why we do the things that we do. And so that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Took me a while, but I finally got there. So for those of you who don't know me, I know we got some new people in the building today. My name is Jamon Glover, and I am a personal and family development coach. And I've been tripping lately. I have been putting my stuff on the screen. Boom, I ain't dropped the morning motivation. I ain't dropped that. And I definitely haven't been saying like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm back now. So once again, for those who don't know me, I am here because I've been a person who would scour YouTube, and I would see a lot of entertaining commentary. I would see a lot of not a lot, but I would see some positive commentary. And I noticed that the scale was not balanced. People are more interested in feeling good, laughing at people's tragedy. But then somebody would do something positive and it's crickets in the building. Nobody was caring. And I fell into that trap. I did a couple shows a few years ago and I had nobody watching, nobody comment, nobody liking. And I got discouraged. And then life happened and it was easy to walk away from it. And it has taken me about 2 years to get back to this space. And what I realized is I was doing it for the wrong Well, I won't say the wrong reason. I wasn't doing it with the right intention. It was COVID time. People were home, and I was doing it for the views. Anytime you do stuff for views, y'all know when y'all doing it for validation, when y'all doing it for attention, you get what you ask for sometimes, but not in the best way. And so over time, I've been able to reset my priorities, to dig into my values, and come to the conclusion is of this. You do what you do because it's who you are. You do what you do because it's what you love. And if you do it well enough, you'll attract the people that's supposed to be on the team. You'll attract the people you're supposed to network with. And so I changed some habits. I'm back to habits again. I changed some habits. And so that's why we're here today. So please, if you're new, feel free to jump into the chat. Feel free to just be a part of the family, because that's what we are. No judgment, no pressure. We're here to help you become the person or get into the space that you want to get into as much as we are able anyway, because we can have faith with you. We can pray for you, but we can't do it for you. But we'll give you the tools and the support that you need to make the rest of your life the best of your life. And so without further ado, we're going to go and get into some gratitude so we can go and get this show started. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to really think about and meditate on what you're grateful for, and then I'll be right back in to join. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for the morning motivation family, because it's not often that you meet people that you become fast friends with, fast family with, people that support you, that hold you accountable to your word. They trust you, they respect you. That's a rare gift, and I'm so grateful to have met all of you guys as acquaintance. I'm grateful for the space that we shared, the time that we share it. Because in life, you can't go back and get moments back, but you can live in the ones you have currently. And I'm grateful that I get these mornings to share with you. I'm grateful for health and strength. I'm grateful for life and love and family. I'm grateful. My father-in-law made it into town safe last night. I'm grateful. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, they're all safe. My children are safe. And I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for my journey. And I'm also grateful for you. All right, all right. So the gratitudes are out of the way. And I don't say that in a bad way. I count it as job well done whenever I can talk about what I'm grateful for. But you guys have been amazing, man. I'm really appreciative. I'm watching the chat go crazy, moving so fast I can't hardly see what I'm doing because I'm doing so many things and I can't monitor the chat. So I'm gonna have to get some moderators, I think, at some point to help me do that. But that is a very good problem to have. You know, think about when you were back in the day and you would listen to the radio. And if you were of a certain age, you know, you used to record the songs off the radio on your cassette tape. I might be dating myself. Some of you can relate though. And you used to hate when the radio guy always talking over the song because you trying to get the song because you want to play the song, you know what I'm saying? For your girl, you know what I'm saying? For your guy, or usually there's some background music. Anybody can relate to that? Put a one in the chat if you ever had to record on your cassette tape from the radio. Anybody know about that? Come on, somebody. Please tell me I'm not the oldest person in the building. Then again, you know what? That's not a bad thing, actually. Not a bad thing. But somebody has had to do that. Okay, well, I guess not. Maybe I'm the oldest guy in the building. Well, let me break it down. Let me explain it to you. This is how it used to go. This is probably the early, I see a one popping in. Okay. Stop and play and flip the tape. There you go. That's it. And some of the best songs, some of the best albums that came out that we experienced were the heartbreak ones, right? The one when your heart is bleeding all over the page. You know, Usher was always cool with me. Not a tape, but a Blackberry. Oh man, look, I know Blackberries is old, but I didn't know that was a thing, D-Rob. I did not know people did stuff on the Blackberry like that. You done taught me something today. Oh man. That's awesome. But Usher, when Confessions dropped 2004-ish, I thought that was probably one of the best albums I'd ever heard. Because the music, I mean, you could feel his pain. You could feel the energy through the radio or through the CD back then. You could feel the emotion in the songs. And who don't love, what's that, Queen Mary J? Nobody don't want to hear a happy Mary J song because the energy in Time on My Hand, Since You Went Away, Girl. Yeah, right? I'm going down. Excuse me, more my voice is a little but I'm just saying, we all know those breakup songs. Matter of fact, what's your favorite breakup song? What's the song that either empowers you after the breakup or the one that kind of puts you deeper in the mode? Mary J also had one they called I'm Doing Just Fine. That was a club banger for years. It's those post-breakup emotions that do it. And then I heard the story about Adele. Well, let me catch this comment real quick. He said, listen, I used to record off BET and or the radio trying to make a Pretty Ricky ringtone. And nobody talked or had to start over. That's what I'm talking about. Because there's something about art. It's feeling the emotion in a thing that's inspiring, that's motivating, that is like it's speaking for you. It's speaking for you. Adele had a story that when she was doing the album 21, her best-selling album today, right? She went through writer's block. She was in a relationship. She was happy. They were touring. She was touring. He was with her. He was, I think, maybe a photographer or something. But they were touring, and she was with her all the time, and they were happy. And oh well, by Boys to Men. Oh well, by Boys to Men. Hey, tell me about it, right? But anyway, so Adele was touring, and she was trying to do 21, trying to write 21. Oh man, still okay. I think I done opened the wrong box right now. I'm gonna get back to Adele. Oh, 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 oh. I love you. Brick by brick, you my dude dropping that one in there, bro. Lenny Williams. Hey, if ever there was a one-hit wonder that should be in the Hall of Fame, Lenny Williams. That one song, if he never did anything else, that one song is enough to put him in the Hall of Fame. Because I promise you that. And Al Green, Let's Stay Together. Oh, man. Oh, Lay Your Head on My Pillow. See, we done started some. All right. But no, yeah, that's old school though, right? But okay, let's go a little bit. Let's bring it up a little bit. Adele. Hello, it's me, right? That song, that whole album, blockbuster numbers, one of the best selling albums in history. Beyonce's Lemonade. I mean, it's so many great art artists out there who do to make these songs that you feel with everything that you have in you. My wife, she's a huge fan of the Mexican painter, Frida. What's her name, baby? Kahlo? Frida Kahlo? I think it's Frida Kahlo. I think it's Frida Kahlo. And when we first started dating, oh man, okay. Hold on, let me get back to this comment. Okay. How you gonna act like that, Tyrese? Okay. Y'all wilding today. Shout out to the chat. Y'all are wilding today, man. Oh man. But yeah. Oh man, so I'm back to Adele. And Adele was in this happy relationship. She had been making music before. I think the first one was in 19. And from what I understand, every album that she creates, she names it after the age she was when she did it. So 19 was out, she was touring, she was making money, people knew who she was, but she wasn't a superstar just yet. It wasn't until, yes, Frida. Yeah, I'll get back to Frida in a second. It wasn't until she went through this breakup, this guy that she was in love. I think she was quoted saying that he was like the best love or almost like a soulmate. She just met him at the wrong time. So as much as heartbreak as she had, she didn't want to slander him either because she's never ever released his name. She never want to slander him either because she loved him that much. Just the timing was off. Right after that breakup happened, she went into the studio and finished writing that album, and it was her best work to date. Frida Kahlo. She's one of my wife's favorite painters. She's a Mexican painter, and some of her artwork is bizarre, to say the least. When I first started dating my wife, I would go look through some of the books that she had, and she has a T-shirt, and I'm like, why is Anthony Davis dressed up like a Mexican woman? Because she had the whole unibrow thing going. Shout out to Anthony Davis, unibrow. But yeah, so don't give it, babe. I'm sorry. But oh man, Keisha Cole, I should have cheated. Keisha Cole was a whole vibe in that era, right? She was a whole vibe. But yeah, so Frida, she painted. She wasn't an artist in the sense of her being able to sing or write lyrics. She painted. She was asked in an interview one time, what was her two biggest, tragedies in life? And she was like being hit by a trolley, a street trolley, the cars that go through the big things that go through the middle of the street, like in San Francisco, places like that. And then second was her husband. Two biggest tragedies. And she painted those tragedies. She painted herself laying in a bed and things happening to her. She painted herself in her husband and the dysfunction and toxicity that they had in their relationship. But once you really start digging into her work, you realize either she's a tortured soul or she's a genius, because you can feel the paintings. You can feel the work. And so why am I talking about feelings so much? Because as humans, we're hard-headed. We're sometimes undisciplined. And we don't do stuff until we absolutely have to do it. We wait till the last minute, we procrastinate. I don't feel like doing it. Maybe later. I wasn't in the mood. The vibe ain't right. The energy was off. And we don't do everything we know we should do until the bottom falls out of our lives. So all of this habits talk, all of this comfort zone talk, it sounds good. So this message isn't for today, for real. This message is the next time you go through a troubling time, a life changing event. Was that so? Frida was a little of both. Okay, see, yeah, I'm way behind. I'm way behind in these chat. Y'all getting it, but y'all have fun though. Y'all have fun. I love it. I love to see it. So, as humans, we don't do the things we need to do when we should do it. So, this whole habits conversation, this is maybe if you're going through something right now, maybe you can apply it. But the next time you're going through something that's got you in your feelings, I'm gonna give you some tips today to help you turn that energy into some good action to get you some results that you want. I'm not gonna call it habit stacking. I'm not gonna call it anything like that. What we're gonna say is Napoleon Hill had a term, and I think it was Think and Grow Rich. It's called transmutation. And transmutation is being able to convert the energy of something into something else. Meaning, if you're mad at your significant other because they didn't put the toilet seat down. Interesting thought. Never mind. We'll do that. I don't want to sidetrack us right now. So yeah, your ex, your significant other, don't put the toilet seat down, and you walk in the middle of the night and you go diving, and so you wake up, you mad about that, and you get in the bed and you can't sleep and you angry. Matter of fact, shout out to the ex. Shout out. I mean, I keep saying the ex. I guess he's the ex. They'll keep putting that seat down. He might be the ex, but shout out to the significant other who refuses to let the seat down. Say equality. If I can put it down, you can put it up. Okay, like I said, another day. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But wait till we get into these relationships. Oh, we're gonna have some fun. We definitely gonna have some fun. But anyway, I see I'm getting sidetracked. I knew I shouldn't open that can of worms. All right. So transmutation is taking the energy you feel and putting it somewhere else. So, fell in the toilet, now you're mad. Think and Grow Rich, thank you. Yes, that's where it came from. Transmutation. So now you land in the bed mad. He over there sleeping and snoring. The way he breathes is aggravating you right now. So instead of laying there being miserable, mad, I ain't gonna say for no reason, but he don't even know. So either you're gonna wake him up and start an argument, which is not productive. You can lay there and just be mad and not sleep, still not productive. If you're gonna be tired anyway, how about we go ahead and get a jump start on our day? How about we go downstairs and do some of that morning routine stuff? How about we go hop in the shower, get ready for work early? Yeah, you're going to be tired, but you're going to be tired anyway. At least get some benefit out of it. That's what transmutation is. Because comfort, let's face it, comfort is king. We all want to be comfortable. If comfort had a high school superlative, it'll be most likely to succeed. Because everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. Most popular. Everybody wants comfort. But comfort is fleeting. It's like the toxic ex that never wants to leave you alone. But they felt so good. Where am I going today, y'all? Y'all got me. Y'all got me on so many rabbit trails this morning. Oh, man. Okay. Y'all see what my mind really be doing. But anyway, so when the truth sets in, once comfort has left you, and you realize that I have to make some changes. Wait a minute. I had to hide my deodorant in my bag in the bathroom. Wait, you know what? I'm staying out the chat. Y'all on some different stuff this morning. I'm not even gonna be in the chat no more. If somebody wanna, I felt disrespect. Okay, I'm gonna have to put y'all in timeout. I'm gonna put y'all in timeout. Y'all got my eyes itching over here. But anyway, when the truth sets in, and now you've gained a few pounds back because the comfort life was good. You went on vacation and you came back, but you really didn't stop the habits of vacation. The weight is back. When you spend too much money over here or over there, I'm not even looking over there again, hiding toothpaste and socks. And then you spend too much money, and now you can't pay a bill. Or you get your car repossessed because you start doing other things with your money. And now the credit is in danger. Credit score is dropped. When you've been ignoring your significant other, purposely not being loving and kind, and then they decide to leave. When you find out that this group or this organization or these people really didn't love you like they say they did. And that they're treating you like you have no worth or no value. That's the truth of the matter. What do you do? What do you do when everything that you thought was true is no longer applicable? It's no longer true. Most of us experience severe emotions, disappointment, heartbreak, sadness. But I started out talking about some of our favorite albums, some of our favorite heartbreak songs, makeup songs, because it's so much energy in those songs and they're inspirational to an extent. And it's only when you experience true emotions are you able to climb certain walls and certain barriers, which is why we talked about why our why was important for the goals that we wanted. Having a goal is great, but if there is no deep intrinsic reason or emotion attached to the goal, odds are they're going to be really hard to achieve. That's why when the whole Black girl magic movement, right, started some years ago, maybe 8-9 years ago now. But the reason women will have better results than men when it comes to reaching goals is because women intrinsically feel things more than guys. Guys, we're all logic. We try to think things through, which is what we need to do. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. But sometimes when the logic fails you, you gotta have something deeper that powers you, and that's emotions. That's why men and women are great together when we can be great together. Because I can use my logic mind to see things, but my wife has this intuition, this gut feeling, this energy behind her that makes me move, that makes us move, that will dig deeper in the weeds than I'm willing to dig into them. So it's the two that becomes one that makes a strong fist, a strong opponent, ready for battle, equipped to accomplish or tackle or anything. Because you need the energy to do it. And the first thing, honestly, you need to have that intense focus. You need to be single-minded. And I'm so guilty of that right now because I do like 4 or 5 different things. 4 or 5 different things I do day in and day out. And I'm finally at a point because I have a few different talents. And so I've learned how to make money using my gifts, but now I've stretched myself too thin. So now I have to dial it back in and find one thing to focus on because I feel depleted sometimes. I feel like I'm stretched too thin sometimes. And sometimes it shows in the work. It shows in the production. It shows in the sleep quality. And then bad habits set back in. Now I'm eating later than I should eat. Now I'm stopping and grabbing a bag of chips that I know I don't need, or I'm getting a picnic fry from Bojangles. Because I'm doing too much that isn't productive. So the question is, how do I stop the slide? How do I stop the slide after I realize what's actually going on when the truth of comfort has set in? Well, first you got to recognize the habits and you got to call it out. That might means having an accountability partner. That might means actually vocalizing. When you go into that space, one day I pulled into Zaxby's parking lot. I was about to give me a big Zax snack with a large fry. And I pulled up to the drive-thru and I said, I will not eat Zaxby's and get fat today. The devil is a lie. I pulled out that drive-thru line and I went on around. I went on down the street to Subway, got me a salad, a rotisserie style salad. Much better decision, but I had to call myself out. I had to call myself out. And then sometimes you got to do that. But you need, along with that intense focus, you need some determination, maybe even some discipline. You have to be determined that you want to see an outcome. You want something to change. You want something to be different. You know how you feel like you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired? That's another set of emotions. It's not the heartbreak ones, but it's the disgust ones. It's the I'm just so tired of my life being like this. I'm tired of going through this same thing over and over again. Why do I keep putting myself in this situation? I'm 40 years old and I'm starting over again. I'm 50 years old and I'm starting over again. I'm 60 years old and I still ain't got it together. What is wrong with me? It's not that it's something wrong with you. It's that your habits are causing you to not be in alignment with what you say you want. That's why yesterday's show was titled, Comfort is a Trap. Warning, comfort is a trap. Because we do this all ebbs and flows, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. That's what we do so much of that it becomes our habit. We're expecting to have the down. But we know it's going to turn up sooner or later. It's going to turn back around. Right? Then up, it's just life. It's going to go down. Maybe there's some truth to that. However, you have control over that. Remember, I started talking about my weight loss journey, our weight loss journey. Well, I speak about mine in particular, my weight loss journey. I didn't bust a sweat for 42 days. I didn't hit the gym. I ain't pick up a dumbbell. I ain't walk nowhere for 42 days. I just created better habits in my kitchen. And I dropped 38 pounds. So much so that people think I'm sick when they see me because it happened so fast. The body knows what it's supposed to do. We got to give it the tools and the fuel so it can do it. And I was sick and tired of trying to hide it in my clothing, trying to make my shirt fall a certain way, trying not to sit a certain way so my belly wouldn't show so much. Tired of standing up and rocking all day long because my back hurting, because I got too much belly protruding. I got tired of the lies, lying to myself. Everybody else saw what I look like. Everybody else saw it. Everybody saw it. But I'm lying to myself. And I bought the lie until one day I was exposed to myself. I jumped on this trapeze. We went to this park called Urban Air. We went to this park, show the before and after. We went to this park called Urban Air. And we were, it was 4th of July. We were in Iowa. And we were at this park. And the kids they're swinging around, they're going through the air on these the ropes that go through the air on those things, yeah. And they on these little rides, and I hop on, I climb this little wall, and I'm getting it. And I'm still like, I still got it. I'm climbing the rock wall. I'm strong. I'm confident. And then somebody pulls out a camera, and they start recording. and they catch me jumping from one platform to these bars. And as I'm dangling there, I know I've told this story before, but this is the story that made me say it's enough. So as I'm dangling there, I see the slender body, and then I see the midsection get wider, and then it goes back in. And all I could think of was, hey, Kool-Aid. I look like the freaking Kool-Aid man. That's not who I've traditionally been. Matter of fact, I've never been that guy. I've always been an athlete, a zip line. Thank you, boo. An athlete, a soldier, somebody who's physically fit. I prided myself in being an athlete for life. But in this moment, I can no longer hide from myself. Can no longer hide from myself. I was exposed. And I had a choice to make. But truly, I was disgusted with myself. I was disgusted that I had let myself get to that position. But as an interesting fact also, I showed my guy the video of me swinging from this thing. And you know what he said? Oh, man, that's good, man. What you talking about, bro? It's not that bad. That's pretty, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That ain't bad at all. To you, but that's not me. That's not the image that I have of myself in my head. My standard was higher than that, but I got comfortable. And I got lazy. I developed some bad habits. And now I had to go, what's the word? Pay somebody to help get me back on the right path. Now my boo told me to show this picture, so I guess I'll show it. Let's see, hold on. Will it let me do it? Let's see, which one do I want? I think I want that one. Yeah, that's the one. My boo told me to go ahead and show that picture, so I'll show it. And I didn't realize that I had become, look how round my face is. No idea that I've become that swollen of a person. That does not look like an athlete. This guy right here, he looks like he can still go out there and make some things shake. Yeah, he looked like he might can do it. But this other guy, no, he can't do it. He can't do it. But yeah, so the habits, man, the habits are crucial. So transmutation, you want to transmute. You want to use the energy of what you're feeling to create your best work. How do you do that? It's through repetition. Adele went in the studio every day. She probably wrote all day long just trying to get this out of her. It's the repetition that creates momentum that helps you do your best work. It's the repetition that creates the momentum. So first there has to be an intense focus, a single-minded focus, mind you. Single-minded focus that you need to really get to where you're trying to get to. I appreciate it, big dog. I appreciate it, man. Well, Randy, cameras tell the truth, we ignore. Exactly. The truth smacked me in the face recently too. It is, I mean, because we lie to ourselves and we get so used to seeing ourselves that we don't see the changes. But somebody who hadn't seen us in a while, they'll be like, oh, dang, or wow, hey, are you okay? Hey, is you good? The worst person that we can lie to is ourselves. Humans, we're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. Accept your imperfection and just become the best version of yourself that you can today. Become the best version of yourself. And honestly, you don't even have to go through all the heartache, all the pain. You ain't even got to go through the truth slapping you in the face after comfort is finished with you. You can just decide. You know, I've noticed, I think I'm starting to get a little pudgy. My shirt fit a little tight the other day. I think I'm going to change my routine up for the next week, maybe 2. You can just decide to change your habits. You don't have to wait for a catastrophic moment. And the truth is, isn't it better to just make the decision to be the best you, changing habits, small habits, creating routines to give yourself better outcomes every day? And guess what? You won't have to go through all the heartbreak, all the pain, all the comfort hangovers if you just decide to be the best version of yourself. Now, I know that's wild. It's a crazy idea. I know. That's a crazy idea. I get it. Sometimes we need to feel that pain. We got to go through the heartache, right? Yes, that's the human way. Nobody says they don't. No, but nobody says they want to go through pain. But yet we do stuff every day that put us there. We do stuff every day that puts us there. And it's not because we seriously want it. I'm joking about that part. We don't crave the pain. However, when left to our own devices, without structure, without stability, without an accountability partner, without somebody who can hold us accountable, especially if we're not able to hold ourselves accountable, we're falling faster and faster toward an unhappy end. If you're a man and there is no other man, especially if you're leading a family or you leading an organization, if there's nobody to be accountable to, how much abuse is going to happen under your leadership? There has to be accountability. If you're a man and no other man can tell you, if your wife can't tell you, if your children can't say nothing to you that may not be exactly praising for you, I'm gonna just drop and leave that right there. Leave that right there. Accountability is a real thing. Ladies, don't slay me too much for this, but I'm gonna say the same thing to you. If your sister, your mama, your husband, your daughter, your son, if nobody can hold you accountable, what are we doing? You're heading for a bad end in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Accountability, feedback is a gift. Don't look at it as anything other than that. Most of our relationships end because we won't let people hold us accountable. My wife, man, I ain't gonna tell that story, man. My wife is probably the first partner that I've ever had that I respect every word that she says to me. I evaluate every idea she has because, and it's not because I didn't want to do it before, but at this stage in my life, I understand how valuable a partner is. Life is not meant to be lived alone, and everybody can teach you something. Everybody, you can learn from everybody. I know I lack certain skills. I know this. And so I allow my wife to hold me accountable whenever she sees fit. Whenever there's a need, please hold me accountable. If I said I was going to do something and didn't do it, tell me. Be honest with me. And I trust her because we have grown a relationship of trust. So I know when she come at me sideways or how I might feel it sideways, I know she's not doing it with ill intent. She's doing it for a reason. So instead of blowing up on her because I don't like how she's handling me, I take a step back and okay, hold on. Can I ask a question? Are you saying this because you mad at me? Or you saying it because I generally just messed up? Which is it? Help me understand because I know you love me. I know you're not my enemy. So even in the communication, I had to change my habit of how I address stuff. I had to change my habit of being offended, my habit of not being accountable. Just have to lock myself and grind. So our reality doesn't become realistic until there's a meltdown and we're faced with confronting ourselves. Exactly. To your point, we move in the direction of what we focus on. If you do believe it, look out of your window on the left while driving. Wait, you said you don't or do? If you do believe, okay, yeah. Watch the car drift that way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Wherever your eyes go, wherever your attention is going, that's where your energy going. So if you're focused on creating better habits, having better outcomes, talking to myself in the mirror, change a habit about being offended. Yeah, yeah. Because they're all choices, they're all decisions, they're all things that we decide to do. And what we decide to do becomes our habit, and our habits become our reality. So if you find yourself offended a lot, if you find yourself feeling like the victim a lot, if you find yourself prideful a lot, arrogant a lot, those were all choices that you made through habit. Wasn't people around you, because you know who you are. You know what your goals are. You know what you want. You know who you want to be. We have the choice to determine who we are. And there was probably some strong reason that came along that put us on that path. So just be mindful of that. So we're talking about breaking bad habits, talking about creating good habits, we're talking about the trap of comfort, we're talking about becoming the best version of ourselves. It was a lot of things weaved into that today. A lot of things weaved in that today. And I'm not sure how I even feel about it right now, because in my mind, like I told you, I struggle with this show because talking about habits really isn't a sexy thing. It's hard to say, when you get up in the morning, brush your teeth, wash your face, make your bed, it's just basic stuff. Habits are not sexy. It's just the repetitive thing you do over and over and over again. I think the deeper points to habits is understanding why we do the things that we do or why we don't do the things that we do. Our own behaviors are what's creating our habits. And most times we see the slide coming, most times. But we decide to lie to ourselves and act like it's not really happening when you know it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what y'all thinking today? I'm seeing so much happening in the comment. Saving money is my toughest struggle. Still trying to develop new habits with that. Oh man, saving money, yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with saving. I've done everything from the envelope method where I take my check and I put bills in this envelope. I put free money in this one and I put money in this account. And what I discovered is that money is currency, meaning it's always moving and flowing, moving and flowing. And one of the things that I found helpful, and this is one thing that my wife and I we've been kind of looking at and talking about doing, is paying yourself first. And when I said mean pay yourself, think about it. Most of the time, we get paid and we pay all our bills, and then we see what we got left to live off of, right? Right. So we take a percentage and we pay ourselves first. Put that into a brokerage, an investment, or something that's paying ourselves. It's out of our hands, out of our account. We can't touch it, can't see it. And then we live off the rest. Try that one out. Let me know how that worked for you if you haven't already tried it. All right, what else is happening here in these chat? Man. Oh, you guys have been active. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, just a lot of encouragement. Okay, good stuff. A lot of encouragement. I'm here for it. Well, while we doing that, let's go ahead and get into these affirmations so we can get up out of here. We know it's Thursday, it's Friday Junior. We got a lot of stuff to get accomplished today. So let's talk about these I am statements. I am more than enough. Let's talk about it. I am more than enough. I am the head. I'm not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. So I will greet this day with love in my heart. I will treat it with the respect that it deserves, because it is the only day that I get. Today is always my present. And I will meet people with a smile. I will greet them in a kind and compassionate way. I will create a single focused mindset to reach my dreams and my goals. Because I am worthy of every goal, every desire that I've ever wanted. I am worthy of the titles, of the praise, of the accolades, of the money, of the success. Because I work hard. Therefore, I play hard. I am more than enough. I am confident. I'm strong. I'm amazing. And I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am more than enough. I am happy. I'm excited about the life that's unfolding right before my eyes. I dreamed a dream and it came true. I am more than enough. I am more than enough. And so are you. So are you. Woo! All right, so what Kay talking about? So every time you make a video that match what I'm struggling with, I feel like Pinky from Friday. Who sent you? Okay, look, sis, trust me. Trust and believe. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been there. I'm like, man, are these people got cameras on me? I went to this church one time, and it seemed like every Sunday, the pastor preached about something that I struggled with that week, some thought that I had, some interaction that I had, something at the house. It's like he just knew instinctively. But we call that's that God spirit, right? That's that Holy Spirit, right? That's that thread that weaves through all of us, that connects us. And we feel each other's pain. We feel each other's suffering. We feel each other's happiness and joy. It's no, what's the saying? There's nothing new under the sun. Every idea, thought that we have is just stuff that's floating in the ether, which is why I can have a thought and you can have the exact same thought, which is why I can have a thought, but somebody else execute on the exact same idea, same name and everything. It's what connects us. I haven't had a car payment in almost 10 years. Whoa, wait a minute. Let's get some applause on that. Monique said, we haven't had a car payment in almost 10 years, still living off one income. Shout out to Monique and her husband. Woohoo! That's amazing. Ooh, that's amazing. Monique, you need to teach a class, girl. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's time to get up out of here. It's time to make some shake, baby. Look, we talked about a lot today. We talked about entertainment, art, bad habits, breakups, some amazing songs. But we also talked about feelings, energy, creating the energy that we need to get through. Finding that discipline, finding those feelings, those thoughts that we can transmute and put into other things. So the next time life drops a thing of lemons in your lap, make lemonade. Add a little sugar. fresh press. Use that energy to make something else happen. I don't care if it's cleaning your house, washing your car. You had to do it anyway. Might as well do it now that you got some energy. Transmute that energy into positive activity. Create habits to get you what you want. They're short term. However, if you do enough things, you get enough repetition going, you create momentum. And that momentum puts you in a place where you can make bigger strides toward the overall goal. And that's what you want. You want forward progress, forward momentum with your goals. You want to break the bad habits, but you don't have to wait for tragedy to happen. Sometimes you can just decide, I see this happening, let's make a change. I see that happening, let's reshape, let's refocus that. That's our right. That's our privilege. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to start at the top again. We're going to go down. I do these shout outs. Shout out to my cousin, that chick, yo, my sister Monique, my guy, D-Rob Training, Toronto Riggins, hey. World famous author. I'm claiming it. Blaxican. I don't think I've met Blaxican. Shout out to you. Now, I be saying my brother, my sister, I'm not sure. But I'm going to just say, my sister, I'm just going to go with that right now. Let me know if I'm wrong. But shout out to you. Bobbyette. Hey, man, you already know how we do. Love you. Brick by brick. My guy, welcome back. Who else? Who am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. I just, Kay. That's who I'm thinking of. Kay. Sis, glad to have you back. What you gonna do with yourself, girl, Nancy? You got a few days on your hand. Don't get no trouble now. Don't make me have to come up there. Take my bet off. I find you. I will find you. But look, all in all, man, health talk. Everybody, thank you for the love, the support, for what you're doing. And last but not least, my guy Randy, man. It's nothing like having family and friends that support what you do and value you. It means the world to me. And Friday, I think we're going to do something a little different. Today was a little bit of a struggle, so we're going to make it a little bit more fun tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not going to let the cat out the bag yet. I've been thinking about it for a while, but it's going to be good. So it's going to be a feel-good Friday, so we're going to do something different. And I think I'm gone. Got a busy day, a lot of work to do. So you guys be safe, be blessed, and we will catch you tomorrow. Peace out.